Hi everyone, my name is Stanley Bragg and I'm currently a student at Full Sail University. I am getting my bachelor's in computer animation, and today I'm going to be going over lights, the two types of reflections and refractions for my video project for physics. Now, what is light to say? Light is, think of it as magnetic fields occupying a central space, right? So in that you have radio waves, microwaves, infrared, you have visible light. Now I'll be talking about visible light. Reason being, it applies directly to my degree. Now, with that being said, there are two types of reflections. The types of reflections are specular and diffuse. Specular is anything on a shiny object, such as a shiny glass ball or a mirror. Now for diffuse is more, it lacks the luster. It's more, like my t-shirt color, when you put a light source to it, you need to be able to emphasize the light source to be able to bring out more of a spectacle from the actual piece. Now, in refraction. Now, what is refraction? Refraction is the different directions for light to hit. Case in point, next to me I have my desk. I have a light on that desk. It's a very bright light. It shines directly towards my face, creating a light structure right here. The same thing, I have in front of me a screen. Now with that screen, it's putting off a different light, which is actually hitting the rest of my face right here. So those are two different lights hitting me in opposite directions. Not to mention, behind me I have my wife's computer screen acting as her monitor, and it is actually hitting light towards the back of my head. So if you were to get behind me and actually take a picture, you'd see multiple different light sources making up a scene. Now, what does that mean when it comes to computer animation? So let's say you have a square and you have a glass ball, right? You need to be able to decipher what kind of mood, what kind of lights you're going to use. You're going to use spotlights, you're going to use area lights, what kind of diffuse material are you going to put into that, so you can be able to give a very realistic type of atmosphere. You don't want to go into a movie and make it seem unrealistic. Just take, for instance, The Reverend. In that scene, there was a fight between the grizzly and the man. Now, that was computer animated animal. Very realistic. It was computer animated. So you had to have a lighting artist actually go in there and be able to work in that creature and light sources to give it a very natural, very realistic, to make it almost seem as if that bear was going to reach out and grab you from the screen. That is the best way to describe light, the two types of reflection, which is specular and diffuse, and then refraction. Now with that being said, if you give me one moment, I'll be able to give you an actual demonstration. Alright, thanks for joining me again. Thanks for that brief pause. Now for this demonstration, I'm going to be using this little mannequin right here that I use for shading and lighting purposes when I'm drawing on paper and digitally. Now for this, I have, again, the very bright light source. Now with this, you can see, as my hand goes against this, how bright that light is. And with that light, you can consider that refraction, right? So you have this light hitting this object from there, right? And again, this computer screen is giving a bluer light, right? So it's hitting this opposite side of this guy right here, plus the actual shadow, because there is no light other than these in this room. So I was to take that away, push it down. What do you have? You still have light. You still have a sense of something there. There's still some substance, right? But instead of the bright light angling at one area, you have a singular light source, right? So in that, you can see that this is a diffuse, right? Diffuse color. It's very, not like I said, it lacks substance, but it doesn't at the same time. I'd hate to make it seem like it's just lackluster, but at the same time, it's not like this glass. You look at it, even then you can see different light sources hitting it, right? So if I put the actual light on this, look at that. It lights up like a Christmas tree. The more I push, the more I pull, it just hits it at opposite directions, right? Different wavelengths, things like that, and visible light is hitting it. Now, again, what does that do for a scene? At the same time, you wouldn't want to have just lights going off everywhere, right? It would make things erratic. You want to set a tone, you want to set a mood for a scene. You want the audience to feel as if they're there. If you can't feel they're there, you haven't captured their heart, you haven't captured the soul of the audience. You really want to, especially with today, with all the technology that we have, it's the best bet for you to be able to harness the power and the artistic vision of lighting. And in that, we all can grasp and experience what we have to offer the world. Hi, I'm back again. We're basically going to go over a summary of everything we talked about. We talked about lights, we talked about the two types of reflections and refraction. Lights, it's all around us. There's natural, and then there's incandescent. It's whether you go to sleep or wake up, it's there. It can be broken down between infrared, microwaves. It can be visible light, which is what we're talking about because it actually goes along with my computer animation program. The two types of reflections are specular and diffuse. Specular is anything shiny, like the glass bottle, cup, anything like a mirror, something of that sort. For diffuse, the color of my t-shirt, myself, the actual mannequin, anything with a flat color to it. Now with refraction, it is multiple light sources hitting one central object, creating different light sources, different shades. You can call them shaders. It's there. It actually, every day that we are living, those types of things are all around us. We just don't even know it. Now, the name of this production is Physics Video Project, Light, Reflection, and Refraction. My instructor for this course was Mr. Donald Johnson. My name is Stanley Dean Bragg Jr. This videotape, this podcast was recorded on January 25th of 2016, and I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Thank you.